Alrighty. I will bring us to a start then. Uh,
Og.
Pog, Benjamin. Uh,
Ah!
you, you're aware right now, that you're kind of still asleep. You know when you're laying in bed, you have to get up soonish. You're kind of still dreaming, but you're also aware that you're a bit awake. Just kind of dreaming in your mind's eye, sort of deal. Uh, and it's shockingly the waking dream that you're having is very dreamlike. It's very hazy. It's your surroundings are filled with this golden light coming through mist. It feels very early morning in your dream. Fog kind of rolling around you, but when the sunlight comes through it, it feels so nostalgic and very like rose tinted glasses sort of feeling. And you are currently running through a bit of an overgrown, beat up park. Sort of like this sort of vibe. Um, and you have a lot of good memories attached to this park. It's nearby where you grew up. And while it wasn't well taken care of by the city, it was well taken care of by the people who lived around it. You know, somebody would come by to fix the swings when a chain broke. If the plants got too out of hand, somebody would come by and get rid of any of the dangerous plants. And it was well loved by the children in the area. And you are running through this park, uh, dodging through the playground structures. You're chasing after someone, and you can feel the overgrown weeds dragging across your scuffed shins, and you're laughing. You're playing a game right now, and everything around you feels very slowed down and foggy. But it's this sensation in your chest of true childhood joy and a moment of carefree fun that you didn't often have for most of your early life, but you did in this moment. And as you're running, you glance back over your shoulder to see a young boy, maybe 5 or 6, on the swings, maybe even 4, shouting something to you, laughing as well. And this young boy is being pushed by an older man, and a woman is next to him smiling. You can't make out their faces. You've long forgotten their faces. But you refocus back on your game. You're pretty sure it's tag. You think you remember playing tag in this moment. And you can't quite see the other person, but you see them duck into one of those plastic play tunnels through one of the structures. And you jump in after them, hurrying on your hands and knees to follow. The light inside is less, of course, and it's tinged orange by the plastic tube around you. And you see the person you're following come to a stop at the end of the tunnel to turn back and grin at you, having the time of her life. It's a young girl with tightly coiled, thick black hair pulled into 2 buns on the top of her head. And she smiles at you with these golden feline eyes scrunched up in joy, a familiar friendship bracelet tied around her wrist that matches the one tied around yours. And you reach out to tap her shoulder to tag her, and she pulls just out of reach. You move forward to follow after her, to continue your game. Uh, Thank you, Chimchar. Thank you. Um, you move forward to follow and to continue your game, but then your stomach does this familiar swoop as the floor drops out from under you. You have a split second of watching this young girl, your friend, running the other way, not seeing you fall. And then you jerk awake in bed with that familiar sensation of jerking awake as you fall. And, Benny, it's a Monday, a month and a half into your first semester. You've just woken up from kind of a dream, kind of a memory of a friend you haven't talked to in a few years now, for a variety of reasons. You're still getting a bit used to the new rhythm of school, but so far your classes haven't been terribly difficult, and you haven't had to do anything, too boring for your classes. You're pretty sure you can hear Joy moving around the apartment, playing their music a bit loud, and you can already smell fresh paint. You don't have any classes until later in the day, so you can either work a morning shift or relax. It's really up to you. Miss D doesn't really do schedules. It's more like she'll tell you, hey, I have a job coming in this time if you want to help. Or she'll tell you, if you want to come in, you can earn money. It's kind of up to you. She's very lax. So what would you like to do as you wake up for the day? To be clear, that was KZ you saw in your dream.
I figured. Hey Oliver, that was fucking beautiful. I cried.
I'm glad you liked.
Thanks, I did. I will not spend the day relaxing. Though that is pretty much entirely what Benny would like to do. He has to go make his bank.
Yeah.
So, he'll... If Miss T says there's work that he can do and make some money, then he'll do that.
Alright.
We'll always choose money.
Fair. Alright. So then I assume you start getting ready for the day?
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Someone is knocking at my door. Let me pause the recording.
I'll monologue to the recording.
Okay, I'll keep the recording going.
Yes, let's go. Okay. So, your dress is super slick. Oliver doesn't need to hear this. So cool how he dresses, and he's missing out.
Oh boy.
All of these really cool descriptions I'm about to give. Actually, I don't want him to miss out. Never mind.
Fucking. Do you want me to submit a maintenance request?
The way this man paints nostalgia is fucking insane. Ooh. Here's what I have written down in my notes. I have because I wanted to. I have waking up to ash and dust.
Pause that.
This section of my notes is called Benny Note Taker 9000. So I have waking up to ash and dust.
Alright, there we go.
Welcome back. Welcome back from that extremely normal scenario.
Definitely. Absolutely. Alright, where were we? You were saying you were getting ready for the day, right?
Yes, I'm high as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing old, stained clothing, not stained of any dubious nature, unsanitary nature, just stained from work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You know how it be.
I got them shades.
Hell yeah. Now the actual right music is playing. For some reason it wasn't playing.
The Night Drive one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's just some synthwave stuff.
Love a little synthwave.
Yeah. Do you take any time to like say hello to Joy before you head out, or do you just go for it?
Yeah, I want to see. Well, like I walk out and I presume they're just right there.
Yeah, they are indeed working on a new painting right now. Um, you can see like their palette is like laying across the kitchen table. It's not really a kitchen. It's more like, on one wall there's like a kitchen counter, a sink, fridge, that sort of thing, and then there's
Yeah.
the living room area. It's kind of a studio setup ish.
Cool, 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 cool.
But
Open concept.
Yeah, Joy is like spread across nearly the whole space, which is pretty normal. It's pretty normal for them.
Dude.
But they turn to you as you come in. There is normally, the spots on their face are because of freckles. Now it's paint, like neon blue paint. But Joy beams at you. Hey, good morning, sleepyhead.
Good morning.
I didn't wake you up, right?
Not, not exclusively.
Good, great. Well, I was hungry and I didn't want to cook, so I ordered donuts. So feel free to help yourself.
Okay. Sure.
Joy never cooks, never.
Yeah, I figure. Benny will not have that for breakfast.
Good, because it's
'Cause it'd be-
probably like some crazy flavors of donut.
Yeah, if he does, he'll get in the habit, and that's not very responsible of him. Yeah.
Does he ever eat anything Joy orders for them, or no?
Oh yeah, he's just not like a big sugar. He doesn't really like sweet things.
Fair, very fair.
Yeah.
Do you buy groceries, or no?
If Joy orders
doesn't.
too much food consistently,
Oh yeah.
he'll just like doesn't want to like be like leech. But if they like buy too much food and they constantly offer, then he probably buys some groceries, like because he like has lunches that he'll bring to like
Yeah.
work.
Joy's view on it is that they don't have to pay rent, since their parents are wow, crazy. Imagine parents not charging their kids rent. That's crazy.
So crazy! Wow. Couldn't be me.
Yeah. So Joy's view on it is they don't pay rent, so they're happy to pay for food, since you do pay rent.
It's fair. I probably buys like not even like $100 worth of groceries every month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly like probably drinks.
Yeah, mostly drinks. 'Cause, man, just can't order the kind of
Yeah.
consistency that a 6-pack of Diet Pepsi gets you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. As you're like kind of pulling together some leftovers, getting yourself a morning drink, whatever that may be.
Yeah. Tequila.
Yeah. Joy resumes their painting and starts like talking to you over their shoulder. It's mainly just mundane stuff like, well, the neighbors got a new dog and but they also seem very like Joy tends to work a lot on their art. It's pretty much like their main pastime. But they seem very like frenzied right now, like intense, and it becomes like clear pretty quickly as Joy begins to chatter on. Like when Joy's on a roll, you're not getting a word in. You're nodding your head as Joy is telling you like 3 paragraphs of things at once. But apparently they've like secured a gallery for this new collection that they haven't even finished yet, so it's crunch time.
Right, yeah.
Looks to be a lot of like landscapes, but very abstract, modern landscapes.
Right.
It's
yeah.
a lot of what Joy does is quote unquote abstract.
Sure, yeah.
But at one point, as you move to the door, you're getting your shoes on, you're like literally about to walk out. Joy seems to remember something and spins around quickly. Whoa, wait, Benny, hold on. I got a text from my dad this morning. Apparently his car is like having some issues, and he wants to like go and get it repaired, but he doesn't trust the old shop because what they did with like the tires or whatever. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. He didn't like the tires they put on, and that car is his absolute pride and joy. I think he might.
You're gonna say it was his baby, but I think that's you.
No, he loves the car more than me. The car is his youngest, newest child, so but I was wondering if how you would feel about me referring him to you / the shop you work at, and because he pays a lot for that car, but it is his baby. So I don't know if you want to take that on when it's your landlord. I just thought I'd mention it to you.
Well, you what I always say, work is work. So if you want to send him by the shop, that's fine.
Cool. What's the address again? I've never been there.
I'd tell her the address.
Love the voice.
Tell them the address.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm still figuring it out.
They take a moment to write it down, and at first you're thinking it's gonna be on a sheet of paper, but no, they just write it on a spare corner of their canvas to probably paint over later. Yeah.
It's okay if you don't like my bug art. It's okay. Please tell me you've seen those TikToks.
I have not. I don't know what you're referencing.
Oh my god, you haven't seen the bug art? Oh my god.
No. But thank you, Chimchar. I assume you head off for work then.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Chimchar's been given so much input. He co-wrote this session, don't you know?
Wow, that's crazy.
But it's not a terribly long drive. You live pretty much right by the campus, and Frankie D's Motors is about 10-minute drive, I'd say, more into Divisiburg. But you show up. It looks to be a quietish day. There's only 2 cars in the shop that you can see, and old Frank's car isn't here, so I'm not sure if he's here or not.
There's no dog.
Yeah, sadly, no dog today. But Miss D is currently... Buddy, what's wrong? What? Here, I'll crack open the window for you. Is that what you want? He's sitting next to the window and yelling, so I'm hoping that's what he wants. Because you have food. You're fine. That seems to have been what he wanted. But Miss D is, tucked under the hood of a car as you approach. But she hears your engine and kind of sticks her head out. Hey, bud. How's the day going so far?
Just started, so.
All right.
And we'll see.
If you want, you can get started on the other one over there. Should be just simple enough, just an oil change, check and see if anything else is up, maybe some windshield fluid, you know how it is.
He like looks up at the oil change, just does one of those cringes, and opening the caps.
Mm-hmm.
Very bad at it. Good at the other stuff. He's not good at avoiding the oil.
She usually has some spare, work shirts around if you want to toss one on to somewhat save your clothes.
He's got coveralls and shit.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you get to work.
Yeah.
She chats with you as you guys work. Tells you that old Frank is apparently visiting some work buddies for the day. Some old work buddies. So like also retired. um,
Yeah.
but go ahead. Hmm. Let me. Gosh, I don't know what check it would be to work on a car.
Technology.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go ahead and make a technology check. Sure.
Know what that means? I have to get
Dice.
my character sheet.
Yeah, I was literally gonna ask you, but I was like, no, Savior would have his character sheet.
Yeah, he totally, totally.
Totally.
Wow, I'm so good at being consistent. uh, Jeez. Oh God. Love Misty.
I also love Misty.
All right. It's
Which-
loading.
Oh boy. Do you want me to
All
just
right,
tell you what your modifier is?
No.
when you roll a physical dice?
I got it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm loading the sheet. I was
Mhm.
loading the web page. I'm loading the sheet now. Oh, it's loading.
Oh boy.
Ooh, Lord, it's loading. Oh, baby. One doll, you got it. Got this. Come on, D&D Beyond. Come on, D&D Beyond.
Do you want me to just tell you your modifier?
No. Need this.
Uh-huh.
Worked. Feels like dial up. Okay, I got it. It's 4. So, that's my modifier, not the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Roll is 17.
Okay. You find like a few small things that you might mention to the car owner as like, hey, keep an eye on this. But you certainly do a great job with what you're told to change and fix up. The owner eventually shows up, pays you guys, thanks to you, makes a schedule to come back in to get that other stuff fixed up. I don't know a lot of car details, so I'm keeping it vague.
It's okay. I assume through this character I will vicariously learn car things.
Definitely. I will speak so much in detail about car mechanics.
Yeah.
Definitely. But eventually, more customers come. You take a look at a bike. You take a look at like a city official truck at one point. And eventually, it's getting close to time for your really only class of the day. Mondays are your easy days, quote unquote easy. But I assume you've told Misty your schedule, so she knows when you're available and when you're not. All right.
Yes.
So when the time comes, she comes over, passes you water, and points to a spot on her cheek to indicate to you that you have some oil on your face.
I thought she wanted a kiss.
No. I mean,
I'll look at her like flat while taking a drink of the water.
mm-hmm.
Just not remove it.
All right, you get on out of here. Go to class. I mean, if you want to come back after class, you can, but it's already kind of late. I'll probably just do these last few ones. Won't accept any more for the day.
Let's get to a regular voice for this until I get it down properly.
Fair.
Otherwise, I'm gonna sound like a cartoon character. You don't think there's gonna be any more today?
Maybe some folks will come by, but I'll probably just turn away since it's just me today.
All right. Oh, oh my God, am I gonna make him Southern? Sorry, I'm having a revelation.
You can if you want.
I might make him a little bit. A landlord said he was gonna be by later. We'll maybe be by later. Maybe not today, but another day. And I was just kind of wondering your opinion on taking on something like that from somebody who's technically got some kind of power over you. Not power, but like you kind of get what I mean.
Yeah, I got you. Do you know any details about the amount of work that would be involved or what's looking to be done?
Just that it'd be a lot of money, because apparently looking for a new mechanic in general. Last one dirty or something.
Fair enough. Well, I say, if your landlord shows up while you're here, you're of course welcome to handle it. But if he shows up while you're not here, I'll let him know that of course you'll take care of it. But I'll take a look at the vehicle and just see what would be involved. I would say it's fairly normal to want to request to check over a vehicle before you agree to take on a big job. So
Like
we'll-
writing this down mentally.
Yeah. So we'll look it over, see what would be involved, if you think you could handle it, that sort of thing. And if you're really worried about it, I don't think it would be absurd to make it clear that you don't want your work affecting, any sort of contracts you have lease-wise.
Alright.
But if the landlord's been good to you so far, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I live with this kid.
Could be good then.
Alright. 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 I'm gonna head out. Thanks, D.
All right. Have a good night.
Alright, bye.
All right.
My little southern punk.
All right. You head off to your class for today. Today's one and only class is your your integration of modern mechanisms and technomagic with your professor, your Gil. On your way there, you briefly recall that you had some homework. Do you think you would have done it or no?
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't anything super crazy difficult. You just had to watch an assigned documentary and do a write-up summary of it. So watch a movie and then write about it. What?
Takes me back.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
I'm putting you all through school.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm gonna make Laura tell me what homework they're assigning.
What's the syllabus? People aren't read a syllabus.
But you show up, maybe a bit close to start time, but not so much that, you're late. This class is rather popular, so it's pretty full. You manage to find a seat. Do you try to sit next to anybody you know, or do you just, grab the nearest seat?
Just grab whatever's free.
Okay. Professor Uriel is already here, getting his papers in order. Words. When it comes time for class to start, he begins to lead the class through first a quick review of the documentary, and then, wow, shocker of shockers, he is going to put everyone into pairs to discuss the documentary and any conclusions they might have drawn from it. First, people are trying to get paired up with their buddies, but he makes it clear, no, he's assigning it because he wants people to actually work.
Yeah.
And wow, you get paired with an NPC you know? That's so crazy.
So crazy, thank God. Thanks, Professor.
You get paired up with Harley. Harley moves over to your table while everyone does a switch around, and he sits down next to you. Hey, hey Benny.
Hey.
How's your day?
I just got off work, so,
Oh, cool.
Getting some bank, getting my education.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you do for work?
I work at a shop.
Oh,
Mechanics.
oh yeah, sorry if this is weird. I've seen your bike a couple times. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a beater, to be honest.
Well, I think that's part of the charm.
Yeah, it's character.
Yeah, it's really cool. Um, he looks like he's gonna maybe ask you some more questions, because he has some interest in mechanical things. Obviously, if he's in this class, um,
Yeah.
but Professor Uriel kind of calls out, reminds people to do the discussion. uh,
Yeah.
so you and Harley discuss the documentary some. How much do you think Benny participates in such an assignment?
Pretty, he's pretty, got two things going on in
Mm-hmm.
life, or three things. He's got his job, got school, and he's got his one hobby, which is like his music.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's it. And he's really prolific about school, and he really wants to do well in school.
Mm-hmm.
He's not naturally like the smartest person, so he
Mm-hmm.
tries really hard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so then you two actually have a very good discussion about the topic at hand. You, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to BS what this documentary about. It was about.
We have a conversation about it.
Yeah, you guys have a good conversation about it. You
Yes.
discuss pros and cons and a bunch of fun things like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow. Crazy.
Harley seems like a touch anxious, but seems to loosen up more as you guys talk. And seems to enjoy the conversation. Harley doesn't talk to much people in class, and I'm assuming Benny doesn't either.
Uh.
Or is
Really?
Benny a social butterfly?
No, not a social butterfly. Just more of like a he's he's a nice guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Just doesn't really he's got people he knows already, and he's not really looking to make more friends.
Mm, fair.
Like if it you know what I mean.
Mm. As class comes to close, Professor Uriel is telling you all that there's going to be a trip down to the school shop / lab next week. That you guys are going to be getting your hands on some various pieces of tech, all very interesting stuff. Everyone's packing up their bags, getting ready to go. Harley kind of clears his throat to catch your attention again. Hey, just sometime in the future, if you're open to it, I'd love if you could show me your bike. Sorry, I've never really gotten to see something like that in person, so I'd love to be shown it by the person who worked on it. If you want,
Kinda,
no pressure.
kinda look him up and down like very deliberately. Yeah, sure.
Cool. Sorry. There's like a little ping, and you see him glance down at his phone, and then like abruptly grab his bag and straighten up. Okay, I got to go. My ride is here.
Oh wait, yo,
Yeah.
you got like 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I see that. Your phone.
Yeah, sure. He passes
Okay,
it
cool.
to you.
Oh, is it unlocked?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, I take it from him and I open up his contacts
Mm.
to like the call thing, and I
Mm.
put my number in. I call it,
Yo.
then I immediately hang up, and then I hand it back to him. Go catch your rat.
Cool. Right. Yeah. Have good night. Bye. And
Smile at him, canines and all, baby.
he speed walks out of the class. You finish up. You're packing up your own things, getting ready to go. Starting to think of maybe what plans you might have for the evening, fun things like that.
Yeah. You're changing the music.
Yes, I am.
Fuck!
Sorry, you don't have to listen.
I want to. I need to be immersed.
Fair. It's so soft. Why is it so soft? Hello.
Good for me. I can listen on the bot.
It's uh, um, but you pack up. You start to head towards the door, and then you hear Professor Urgil call out to you, Benjamin. If you would, if you could stay back for a few minutes.
Uh, yeah. Oh my god, wait, that is loud.
Oh, did the music get loud?
Yeah, it got louder. I'm not talking like this still. My god, it's so hectic.
Is it?
I don't know.
Doesn't sound like that to
Uh,
me. But I salute you.
yeah, am I in trouble?
No, no, you're not. You're not in trouble at all.
See, that's what they all say.
No, don't worry. I promise you're not in any sort of trouble.
I,
Uh,
uh,
he kind of gestures for you to sit down and waits until the classroom clears out some more, waiting for curious ears to leave. Uh, and you see him like kind of wave two fingers, not shut the door completely, but you see a little burst of magic at least push it mostly closed for some form of privacy. So, like I said, you're not in trouble at all. Uh, it's more that I wanted to check with you about some things. Um, I have somebody who's shown up at my office a few times, asking questions about you, to be clear. I haven't confirmed or denied anything to them about
uh,
you.
uh, sir, if it's uh, if it's some like sort of the sour looking half elf guy, half the shit he says, it's not true.
I figured as much. I I'm not gonna say that on school grounds, but yes, it was somebody who made it clear that they were a cop, saying that you had been doing suspicious things around campus, which frankly I don't at all believe, and thus I had refused to confirm or deny if you were even in my class, much less if I knew you. um, but you were accused of being used as schooling, as a cover for illegal acts. I brushed it off at first. It's not my business, and it's fairly, from what I can tell, unfounded. Um, but this morning I did receive a more formal inquiry from a detective looking for some sort of gang and suspicion of them operating in the area. And I just wanted to give you a heads up because let's just say that I've had some experience with quote unquote fabricated evidence, and I would like to offer you an opportunity that could act as I guess you could say an alibi, not to make it sound like I think you're doing anything wrong, but more if somebody tries to claim you're doing something wrong. You can have an official alibi and not get charged with possibly false evidence.
Uh, with all due respect, I think those sorts of scenarios, they don't really give a shit about whatever evidence or alibi I may or may not have.
Oh, they will if you're working for me.
If you say so, sir.
You'll be on official university paperwork on my payroll. Uh, to be clear, I am taking part in a research study. I'm leading it with a coworker. Uh, and Mr. Simone, I know how difficult it can be to get back on your feet after issues with the law and subsequent words, subsequent suspicions that are put upon you, whether founded or not. Uh, so I was hoping to offer you an opportunity to not only, of course, earn some money, uh, but also if you're ever accused of being involved in something, this or that, uh, I will have the official capacity to be able to step forward and say, no, he was there because he was doing this for me, or no, he couldn't have been there because he was busy taking part in my research study, and here's all the proper filled out paperwork to show that you were there. I understand that this is probably a bit abrupt.
Yeah, just a bit.
I can't help but to feel for parts of your situation based on some of my own experiences. And I want to do what I can to help without, of course, overstepping.
Right. No, I get that. It's more like you don't have to sweet talk me on the matter. If it'll give me an excuse or some way to sort of, you know, spite that guy. Sinclair is his name. Uh, I, I, I'll participate. Whether or not you want to stick me with needles or something is a different question.
No, 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 no. It's no drugs, no medication, nothing of the sort. The most you would be doing that would be involved with medical equipment is just being hooked up to heart monitors and that sort of thing. No injections, nothing you would have to ingest, nothing of that sort.
Right. You did mention payroll.
Yes, yes. It is a research project into a rather large topic. We're going to be focusing on some specific parts, but it's about MP scores. And yours is listed in your file. So not only would this provide you a good excuse for certain things, but also you're a good candidate for the research topic, so even more reason. But I don't want you to feel like you have to agree or anything of that sort. It's paid for all of your time, and of course we're having a introductory meeting tomorrow morning, early afternoon. So if you want, you're welcome to come and listen. We'll be answering all questions, explaining everything that would be involved, and you will be compensated even if you only come to that meeting.
Yeah, I gotta check with my boss, but I should be back.
All right, no pressure. I won't take any offense if you don't even show up. It's absolutely fine. I just
Sure.
wanted to reach out not only to offer this to you, but also to warn you, since I don't know if I'm the only professor who's been spoken to.
Sort of. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Of course.
On that brief topic, you got a record, Professor?
Yes. A few years
Oh,
back, but yes.
you let you teach?
Yes, yes. I actually don't even have a teaching degree. It's more that I'm an expert in my field, and they wanted to have an expert teach the topic.
A humble expert.
Oh, very humble.
Very.
Definitely very humble. I wouldn't have gotten this position with my record if I wasn't, you know, open about my accomplishments. But thank you so much for speaking with me and for listening. Uh, have a good night, Benjamin. Stay safe.
Too.
Uh, go ahead.
Leave.
You leave. All
I
right.
leave.
You leave. All right. Um. Um. Char, please.
I love him.
I
He's
also
insane.
love him. He is insane.
He's
He was very excited that I held him literally all day yesterday, and now he's very demanding because I held him all day yesterday.
Gotta deny him sometimes.
I do. I do. I was sick and I wanted comfort.
Fair.
uh, uh, but you head on out of the campus building and you start to head over to the student parking. By now it's starting to get dark. It's maybe like 5:30, 6 o'clock ish. And I would like for you to roll a perception check for me.
They're gonna say stealth, and I was like,
No.
My perception is not great, but I will do that for you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Natural 20.
Yo.
It's one.
Alright. You... Wait, it was a natural 20 or no?
Plus one, so 21.
Okay. I thought you had said it's actually a 1, and I was like, hold on. Alright. You get out to your bike, you mount up, turn the key, all that jazz. And as you are, starting to pull forward, navigate towards the exit of the parking lot, you notice a kind of beat up van that's kind of idling nearby. It had started up when you entered the parking lot, but as it moved from its spot, it's just been idling the entire time. But it's a campus parking lot. Sometimes people do weird things. It's young people. So you pull out of the parking lot, and glancing down your rearview mirror, you see that the van pulls out and starts to follow you. Are you gonna keep going, head home, all that jazz?
Like, go for a drive. I'll go for a rip.
Are you trying to lose them or just, playing
Just
it
want to
chill?
see,
Okay.
just driving around. I'm not going in a. I'm like a very, very indirect route home.
Okay.
Like, I'll drive around for like a bit. I'll actually, yeah, I'll stop at like shop. Like go in,
Yeah.
some bread,
All right.
toast. He eats a lot of toast.
You arrive at like a corner like grocery
Bodega.
store. Yeah, exactly, a bodega. You step in. As you're entering the store, you do notice the van entering the parking lot. But nobody else enters while you're in there. It's that time of the day where people who are doing their day shopping are done, but people who are coming in for the late night stuff haven't entered yet.
Right. What time around is it?
It's like 5:30, 6 o'clock ish.
Okay.
But you grab this and that, spend some time idling around, trying to get a glance out through the windows and not able to make out much.
Bread, milk, a pack.
Yeah, exactly. You check out, and as you start to walk towards, the front glass door with all the bells hanging on it, you see that the van is still parked in the parking lot, and someone's kind of standing a couple spots away from your bike, kind of like craning their head to look at it.
You recognize them?
Roll an insight check.
It's a dirty 20.
You don't recognize this specific person, but they seem to turn to call something in a low voice back to somebody else in the van, and you see in the coming night and the low street lights, you see a flash of reflective eyes on an otherwise human looking face.
Okay.
Which is, I would say, a fairly typical shifter thing for
Right.
reflective beast eyes.
Okay. Uh. Huh.
Are
Uh-huh.
you waiting inside to see if maybe they eventually leave, or?
Yeah, I'll wait inside for a bit. You know how they have those like counters like on the windows kind of where you can like sit and eat
Mm-hmm.
sometimes? I'll get the seat there.
Mm-hmm. All
Like,
right.
yeah.
All right. So
I'm on my phone, but
mm,
I'm watching them.
you sit down, and you pull out some food. And maybe you're actually eating. Maybe you're just pretending to have a reason to keep sitting there.
I
Um.
I bought like one of those like 7-Eleven coffees.
Yeah. I love that shit.
Yeah.
um. You get a text on your phone. It's from Mary. Um. And it says, "Hey, I swung by your place because I know your class got out around this time. Where you at?"
Uh, I respond, tell me something only the real Mary would know.
do, do you actually say that?
Yeah, I do.
Uh, there's a couple minutes of quiet, and then he responds, "I have a Hello Kitty charm hanging in my front seat." He does.
Uh, I text him uh the address that I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah. Oh, I don't actually want to text him the address I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paranoid.
You do
I
get
know this.
like an immediate response after he replies with the Hello Kitty charm. He's like, "Why are you good?"
Uh, someone's following me is what I will respond.
All right. There's an immediate response. Where are you?
Uh, okay, you know they're already here. I'll text him the address.
Okay. Um, you just get back like uh an emoji of like a little dagger. And you had taken like, kind of a out of the way route here. Like this isn't your normal bodega that you would go to.
Yeah.
Um, so it takes a little bit, but eventually, and the whole time the van is still there. The person who was looking at your bike eventually returns to the van, but the van still stays here. Still has the engine lingering the entire time.
Oh, they're
Um,
gonna run out of gas. I'll just wait till they run out of gas.
yeah. But eventually, you see a kind of nondescript, low black car roll up, and as it turns to enter a spot, you see a little dark blue chameleon decal on the back bumper. That's Mary's car. And you see him exit the car. You would only assume it's Mary because it's from the front driver's seat. The car is Mary's, but it's some random human woman with red hair, uh, kind of chewing on a granola bar. Just strolls straight into the bodega, playing it chill. She enters and spies you right away, and beelines over to you. Kind of like ducking her head down next to you. "Hey, what's up?" "Good."
Uh,
She is wearing Mary's jacket, to be clear.
yeah. Hey, Donald. I got these fucking guys out here.
Which
Uh,
which guys?
I don't like. I'll gesture. I'll like still looking at him. I'll like. I kind of tilt my phone, to the
Mm.
corner of it in their direction, like still talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just sort of been following me since I got off class. I
Um,
figured I'd grab a drink.
uh, Mary also playing it chill, kind of like pulls out his phone and like acts like he's taking a little Snapchat with you or something. But like you can see
I'm a
from
local celebrity.
yeah, you can see from like the angle of the phone, he zooms in to look at the other van real quick, um, and then like pulls down the phone. All right, sweet. So what we're gonna do, uh, is I'm gonna go out there and make a hassle of myself. You sit tight, babe. And he gives you a little pat on the back of the neck, and straightens up. uh, um, Let me think. Yeah. Uh, Kind of slips behind another aisle and then comes back out looking like himself, the Mary that you
Yeah.
know. Um, Gives you a little wink, and then steps outside. Um, and you watch as Mary returns to his car, starts it up, backs out, turns as if going to leave the parking lot, and then scrapes all along the back bumper of the van. With
Oh,
like
bro,
this
I'm gonna have
horrible
to fix
screeching
that.
noise.
Free work I will be doing.
He's never like asked you to work on his car before, but if you offer, he would let you. Um, but immediately you see like the front driver of the van like jump out. You can't quite make out everything being said, but you can hear shouting. Mary jumps out, is shouting back like they're yelling at each other over the roof of the car. And then Mary reaches into the backseat of his car and comes out with a familiar thing. You haven't seen it in a couple of years. You last saw it at a certain event where Mary showed up and helped you. But you see Mary pull out, from the stance you would figure, an item he is very comfortable with. It is a metal baseball bat with several nails in it. And he pulls it out and like slings it over his shoulder and starts yelling again at the van driver, who now like puts their hands up and takes a couple steps back. Mary starts to circle around the front of his car, like yelling, and you can tell very like acting like very bravado, in trying to be intimidating, like, so like you think this was my fault? This was somehow my fault that you were sticking out that fucking far? Uh, and the van driver initially starts to like back up and then step up to him, but you see the other person in the van jump out and yell something as well. And eventually the van driver backs off, gets inside the van. Mary yells at them a few times, kicks their back wheel, and then gets back in his car, and peels out of the parking lot. And the van also backs out and leaves.
Following Mary.
What?
They go in opposite directions, or are they like following him?
No, they're following him.
Uh,
Not like fast, but certainly moving.
right.
A few seconds later, you get a voice memo from Mary. And you can hear like his engine in the background, and he says, hey hon, I'm just gonna meet you back at your apartment. Like, don't worry about it, I got this.
Yeah, I'll trust that.
Do you leave?
I sit there for a moment long, just kind of like, what the fuck? And then I'll quickly get my shit together, put all the stuff I bought into my bag,
Mm-hmm.
And like absolutely gun it back to my bike.
Mm-hmm.
Strap in, set off.
Hell yeah. You start to drive off, and you do have to go the way Mary went to get back to your apartment, or else you'd be circling back, getting on the highway, a whole bunch of shit like that. And within about 2 minutes of being on the road, you see the van. Uh, it seems to have hit a light pole and has been abandoned there with both of the doors hanging open. And you hear an engine kind of briefly rev behind you, and you glance down into the mirror and see a nondescript black car riding your ass.
Jesus Christ.
uh,
I'll pull over.
uh, oh, let me turn this down. This is a bit louder. This is not. Okay, what the? All right, this is. Sorry, ignore me. Mary pulls over for you as well, kind of giving the van an evil eye, but climbs out and walks over to the side of your bike and kind of puts a hand on your front handlebars.
I pulled my helmet off, like, and I like wave my hair around.
Okay.
Wait, no, but like pulling the glasses down, like, what seems to be the problem, officer?
Jeez. Mary, like, arches an eyebrow at you, but, leans an elbow up on your front handlebars, and kind of tilts his chin up at you. Well, you see, you need a permit to be driving around looking this fine.
Okay, I get off the bike. I like push him. I push him back.
He laughs a bit and goes with the push.
Yeah.
They bailed. Seemed to pussy out a bit.
Right. How'd that happen?
I started to, bring him along, and then I turned on my backlights. He kind of turns and whips out his key and, like, clicks a button on it, and you see on the back windshield, the glass of it kind of flicker and turn into a larger chameleon, which is the symbol of the Changebloods. And then they kind of, I think, maybe got scared or realized, more of what was going on, and they jumped vehicle and ran. Well, to be clear, they started to pull over, and then they got out, and then I tried to run one of them over. Maybe. Just maybe. And then they ran. But...
Okay. I'll,
to be...
go with this guy and, like, shake my head. And I'll, like, throw an arm over his shoulder. Like, pull him closer to my side. And, like, pat his chest. His collarbone. You want to take a look?
At the van?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Well, I, like, guide him over there with my arm still over his shoulder.
Yeah, he goes with it.
Yeah.
The back doors are locked, but he just kind of gives you a pat and runs back to his car and comes back with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Passes it to you.
Take it.
Yeah.
I crack it.
Pop off. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Baby. I can do that. So it's cocked as fuck. Okay, we should have taken the cocked one. Actually, that's not that bad. 16.
All right. It takes a bit longer than you would like, but eventually there's a creak and a screech as the door eventually pops open. You guys both kind of, stick your heads in to look around. Mary, like, pulls out his phone flashlight. There's not much back there. there's like kind of some sort of burlap material. There's like what looks like might be a couple weapons. You think you see like a switchblade. You think you see another bat, not spiked like Mary's, but certainly a bat. You see some rope. Mary kind of looks between the burlap and the rope and goes, "Well, okay, we're just gonna."
Man, I'm not trying to get kidnapped on a
Yeah.
Monday.
So listen, me coming by your apartment, sadly, wasn't for pleasure. I maybe possibly, Adar did, but got word that the Fangwalkers were looking around for you. I didn't think that they'd make a move, but I wanted to be careful, so I headed over to your place to give you a heads up. Good thing I did.
I fucking guess.
Yeah. What would you have done if I hadn't texted you?
I don't know. Maybe fucking brake check them.
Yeah, fair enough. You think your bike could take on a van this size?
Fuck.
I mean, I admire the confidence in your size and strength, but
Yeah. I slam the doors shut.
Listen, I don't know how much you want to be involved in things. If you want to,
Mary.
Hmm?
No, it's none. I don't want any. I don't want any of this.
I figured as much. So, Adar said that if the Fangwalkers tried to make a move, which clearly at least some of them did. I mean, I got fangs flashed at me, and they cleared off as soon as they saw the symbol of the Changeblood, so I think that says enough. But Adar wants to make sure you get as much, quote-unquote, civilian life as possible, as much as you want. So if you're alright with it, Adar will make a move, probably tomorrow, make it clear you're under our protection, and for the Fangwalkers to leave you the fuck alone. You're not involved anymore. It's not our business. Is that good with you? It would be in the interest of keeping you uninvolved, but it would still, sort of connect you more strongly with the Changeblood. So I don't want to tell Adar you're good with doing that unless you are good with doing that.
I mean, I fucking gonna keep trying it, I guess. Regardless of whether or not I take you up on the offer.
For sure.
Yeah, just man, why is this day so fucked up?
It's been a bad day.
Sinclair's been on my ass again.
I mean, I've offered before. I can find out where he lives.
Well, yeah, what's that gonna do?
I don't know.
Go beat him with a bat?
Yeah.
He's a cop, Mary.
Don't scare me.
Okay, but gets beat up with. He gets his address found. He gets fucked up, and the next thing I know, there's gonna be a whole fucking regime.
Yeah.
Bearing down on my fucking classes.
Yeah. Why do you think I haven't done anything yet?
Because you
Anyways,
care about me way too much.
I don't want heat getting pushed back onto you. But
Yeah. Tell Adar, that's fine. That'd be appreciated.
all right.
Again, I'm just not trying to get kidnapped.
Yeah. I know. Don't want to be involved with any of that, which I completely get.
Not really my scene.
Yeah. I don't think they're stupid enough to make a move on your apartment when there's somebody uninvolved inside. because that's the
I'd be surprised.
quickest way to get the police involved. Well, isn't
I've-
Joy like rich or something? I don't think they're that stupid.
Like not the top of the food chain, but they got money.
Yeah, I don't think they're that stupid. And if they knew like that you went to the university, surely they would have made a move on you more on the campus if they were that bold.
Oh, well, I wouldn't put anything past them.
Nah. Well,
Ever come across you as particularly intelligent? I was gonna say it's fine, but it's not fine. I'm just trying to get home after class. Yeah. Adar, let him know.
Yeah. You head on home. Have a good night. I'm going southern too now. Jeez.
My accent shit.
Yeah. I have to get back to the chameleon house. Adar will want me to fill them in. But keep your eyes peeled and your head down. And try to be around, quote unquote, uninvolved people as much as possible.
Yeah, great. I know like 1, 2.
Well, then go to work, go to school. Don't go extra places. I'll bring you groceries if you need. Like,
I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
all right. Have a good night, Ben. He like pats your chest. Looks like maybe he would say a little bit more, but leaves it there because you've already had a stressful day. And circles around to his car. Do you head on home?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Grab this. Oh, that's the wrong command. Take a sip, Fredward.
Take a fucking sip, Fred.
But you enter your apartment. By now it's like probably approaching 7, with you sitting around the bodega, and then talking with Benny. Jeez, talking with Mary.
Me?
Listen. But Joy is currently passed out on the couch. You can see them kind of like draped across a bunch of mismatched pillows that are stained. There's a new puddle of paint on the living room floor. There's like 2 corners of paper towels kind of half-heartedly tossed on top.
Oh, I like how your roommate cleans up.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
But like Joy is more charismatic than that. Just
Or
messy in like an endearing way,
yeah, sure, yeah.
But you heading to bed, or maybe getting some studying done before bed?
Yeah, I'll study, I guess.
Study. You love to
Study.
hear it. Are you staying up late to study, or just for a bit and then going to bed?
Stay up a bit. Well, he usually stays up a bit late.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, usually.
All right.
Yeah.
It's getting to like, I'll say 11:30. When you hear a little ding of a text message from your phone. You're a bit bleary by this point, but do you check it or just leave it be for the morning?
I'll check it.
All right. It's a text from Mary, and within the first 2 words, you can tell that it was probably not meant for you, because it says, your mom's phone was busted in the scuffle, but she'll get back to you soon. For now, I gotta find a place to lay low in the above.
Send him back. Try sending it to the right person, love.
Uh, there's another ding of a reply. It says, shit, that wasn't for you, sorry. A bit more lightheaded than I thought, apparently.
It?
You reply that.
Yeah.
Um, there's silence for a bit, no replies, and then your phone rings.
Yeah. Answer that shit.
All right. You hear a bit of commotion in the back, but not like so much that you think something bad is happening. More like, you know, city din, being in a busy area. Hey, sorry about that. Um, got a bit crazy here, and I thought I clicked somebody else's name, but your names are right next to each other in my contacts.
Really important then.
Hmm?
Nothing. Sound like you got knocked upside the head, and I feel like you had enough of that tonight.
Um, some shit went down at the Chameleon House. It's taken care of. But Adar told everyone to clear out in case anything else happens. I
Right.
can't go back to my house since I was
Huh.
supposed to be out for the night, and my parents will be suspicious if I come back. And I'm not, I'm pretty sneaky, but not enough to sneak inside with a security system active. So
You,
I was just texting a buddy, but I'm pretty sure he's not available. So
where you staying then?
I don't know. I'll text some other people. I'll find something, or if need be, I'll find a good place to park my car.
Right.
But yeah, sorry
Yeah.
for bothering you. I know it's late.
I'm up.
I mean, I could tell that.
You trying to come over?
Me? Oh, to your place? I mean, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no, but
Shut the
I'm,
fuck up.
I wouldn't be very much fun right now.
Can't say I'm either.
Hmm?
Misery loves company.
All right. Are you saying that I could come over?
Yeah, I am. I'm offering you a place to sleep that isn't. You can sleep, but that's not some random spot. You're already bothering me, so why you gotta bother other people?
Okay. All right. I'll
Unless you don't wanna come here.
no, I'll be there soon. I still gotta get through the gates and the unders.
Well, sure you'll manage.
Yeah. All right. See you soonish.
Hang out.
Yeah. Um. It's I'd say about 20-25 minutes before there's a knock at your door.
Actually, I'll like 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll wait by the door.
All
Like
right.
standouts. I'll like standouts. I'll go like have a smoke,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll wait for him because I don't want him to wake up Joy.
Okay. Uh, eventually you see Mary's car pull up, and he kind of climbs out. He does not have his jacket on right now. And you can see he kind of walks with an abnormal gait for him. Uh, but approaches you. He's not wearing the shirt he was wearing earlier. He kind of walks up. Hey, you've been escorting me in. Wow, I'm getting the
Yeah, you had too much to drink or something?
no, nothing to drink.
I'll like grab one of his shoulders,
Hmm.
like look him over.
Make an insight check.
Okay. 6.
You don't smell alcohol, but he certainly looks rough, significantly rougher than when you saw him earlier. Like,
Want to share, or is that sort of a no-go zone?
well, there was an attack at the Chameleon House.
Not ideal.
Yeah, let's just
I
say
didn't realize people were that bold.
I don't even know if it was people. It was weird. The fucker didn't go down easy, that's for sure. I got caught pretty nasty. But I already have some healing in me. I'm fine.
Sure thing.
Say again?
Sure thing. You, yeah, never mind. Joy's asleep, so just, come in quiet. They got a gallery coming up.
Yeah. Do you think that Mary and Joy have met before? I'll leave that up to you.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Mary has never, I don't think Mary's ever, like, been into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because, Benny doesn't, but that's not uncommon for Benny to have people who Joy has never met.
Mm-hmm. Very
Not
fair.
like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Joy will see them once and then never again.
Fair.
Yeah.
He kind of slinks in behind you. When he's trying, he can be extremely silent. Shocker. Rogue moment.
Okay. Yeah.
You can see him kind of do like a double take at all the paint and like multiple canvases strewn around the room. But he follows you back to your private bedroom.
He's playing Elden Ring.
Yeah, I figured.
Are you okay, love? Yeah.
You can't have any rest.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought it was safe, and then like undead started like crawling out of the ground.
But yeah, I go into my room and close the door. Turn lights on. I have a feeling like when Benny moved in, this room was also part of the paint on the walls.
Probably.
Before Joy like had a roommate.
Mm-hmm.
So like they used the whole space.
Mm-hmm.
Including this room, and Benny just hasn't like done anything to it.
Fair.
He's just left it as it was.
There's still like paint easels in one of the corners.
Yeah, like and like there's paintings like there's like on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Mary kind of does like a little circle place. Didn't take you for the fine art type, but
Yeah, well. I imagined that Joy spent a lot of time sort of doing these walls, so I didn't want to nothing to them. That I could paint over it, but I just don't have the. They get kind of sad when I say it, when they say it, but so I've just left it. It's character. It's nice to wake up to. It reflects light nice.
fair enough. Megan Shepherd suffers.
Yeah. Are you actually tired?
I'm not certainly not crazy tired, but I would at least appreciate sit down. That's for sure.
Yeah, sit down wherever you like. And he keeps his room like pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tidy. Like it's like an organized mess. It's organized chaos.
And I'm guessing he doesn't have a ton of belongings at the moment.
No, not a ton. Most of it's like school books.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like 2 guitars.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like a bundle of chords, an amp, and like his bed. He has a frame.
Nice. More than
It's a
me.
double. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Um, I'll say that there's like a chair. There's like a
Oh, yeah,
desk chair.
he has like a desk. He has like a laptop.
Yeah.
Cool work.
Mary kind of pulls out the desk chair, turns it around, and sits in it, like still like favoring his leg, but leans back in it. Cozy, pretty nice, homie.
It's new. Shut up.
No, I'm being genuine. I like it.
Mm. Okay. This is abrupt, but I'm gonna go over to him,
Mm-hmm.
grab him by the chin, and his face up to look at me. I'm going to look very, very directly into his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like shift around so that the light from the ceiling lamp
Mm-hmm.
kind of hits them.
Mm-hmm.
A concussion.
Me?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if you should sleep or not. I know you said you weren't much tired, but
Um,
I can't deal with any dead bodies on this property. My landlord will outfit.
I didn't get hit in the head. That's
All
for
right,
sure.
well, I'll let go.
Roll me an insight check real quick.
Okay. 18. Making a bit of bear in Elden Ring. 2 bears.
I'm gonna message you something. Very.
Is that what the insight check got me?
Yeah.
Say that.
Well, okay. Mary was very flustered by that behavior. Very flustered. I don't know. But he kind of shifts in the seat and kind of tilts his head. No, I didn't take any hits to the head. Just got scratched up.
Said you didn't know if it was a sin or not. Was I mean,
At first it was this dude. I wasn't paying a ton of attention. It was at the Chameleon House. I was talking with some of the people there. I know you don't know everyone, but all of a sudden this dude that was ordering the drink started acting weird. And at first I just left it alone because I figured the bouncer would take care of it. And then all of a sudden this dude like split apart and became some sort of monster thing. And it started attacking people and it got nasty, and there was some people there who weren't part of the gang, so I wanted them to get out. So I got them out, and I came running back, and I saw it with biting down on a friend, on someone I've known a long time, who's taking good care of me. So I got into the fight as well, even though maybe I should have stayed back and let the others handle it. Eventually, we tried to reason with it, but it wasn't responding anymore. I don't know if it even ever truly responded. But we killed it. It got a bunch of us pretty bad. We didn't know if it was part of some coordinated attack or what. So Dar, once it was dead, told us all to clear out, go find other places to lay low. and that they'd contact us tomorrow. So, here I am.
Everybody else, still among the living, says that thing?
Yeah, from what I saw and heard, yeah. Just some nasty wounds.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks.
Oh, shit.
Hmm?
Well, shit. Hail, hail.
Well, hell. Yeah, not a good time. But nothing for you to worry your pretty head about at all. We'll take care of it just fine. Sorry for getting you involved even this much.
I don't know anything. I just know that my friend down on the street in the middle of the night might have had to sleep in his car, and he's just crashing at my place. It's extent knowledge on that. That he's fucked up. He says he hasn't been drinking, but I don't trust that.
Okay. I mean, you can come smell my breath if you need a check.
You'd like it if I got that close, wouldn't you?
You already did.
Alright. Do I have class in the morning?
You don't have class early in the morning. You were invited to that talk by your professor.
Right.
But I'll say that he told you that was at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, like late. He said it was like late afternoon.
Yeah, I'll say no, he said early afternoon. But I'll
Early
say
afternoon.
11 o'clock then.
Okay.
I'll let you sleep some.
That's not early afternoon. That's late morning.
That is okay. Hush you.
Afternoon means afternoon.
12 is literally afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. So, early afternoon would, I don't know.
That's
Words.
before. Anyways, whatever. It's fine. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna try and get some sleep. Unless you want me to keep you up.
No, you're fine. I'm just gonna doze. I have classes of myself.
I know he goes to school.
What?
I know he goes to school.
No, you did not know he went to
Oh. Yeah, I'll be like, ooh, you go to school?
No. No.
Oh, usually you're like a really good liar.
It's been an off night.
Yeah, I get that. Well, free to spoon me whenever you like.
I'm not. Ben, I'm not
Get
gonna.
cold. I get real cold.
As much as I appreciate it, babe, I'm not gonna be crawling into your bed unless you're specifically asking.
Alright. Someday I'll work up the courage, I guess.
You're already being such a gentleman by letting me stay the night. I wouldn't want to overstep any.
And I guess me asking you to crawl into bed with me isn't very gentlemanlike.
I think it would be, but
Alright. I kind of like bap him on the head. In that kind of like, in a friendly way.
mm-hmm.
I will to bed.
All right. You lay down and go to sleep.
I before I go to sleep, I like turn over in the bed and like do that like one arm like propping up my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of pose.
Yeah.
I just look at him.
Mm-hmm.
You change your mind. I down. I don't have the lights, but I leave like the desk lamp on.
All right. Uh, he stays sitting there for a bit while you're awake and aware. You can, occasionally glancing over, you can see him text for a little bit, presumably checking in on other people, and then he sets his phone aside and leans back in your chair, tries to get comfy.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Do you say anything
Sit up
or
straight.
what?
Sit up straight.
He sits up straight.
Hurry.
Hmm?
Grass in here.
Yes, sir. He gets up, comes and lays on your bed. A bit stiff, trying not to, get into your space too much.
Stupid ass.
But you go to sleep.
Kick him.
What?
Relax, you fucking idiot.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, all right. Is the bed too stiff? I did get it on clearance.
No, I'm just.
I swear
No.
it's been
It's good.
very
It's
well broken in.
good. Okay. I just haven't. And he's like facing up at the ceiling as he talks. And you have good eyesight in the dark, so you can kind of tell that like his cheeks get a little warm. I just haven't shared a bed with anyone before.
All right. Well, first time's for anything. I'm not trying to put the moves on you or nothing.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that.
Yeah. And just in general.
Yeah, just in general. I mean the
Ours,
like, the hugging and stuff. That's like the closest I get to like cuddling and stuff like that.
Well, I'm about to give you an experience.
Okay. You already done that plenty of times.
Yeah, I know. He's cool with that. I'll like sling a leg over him.
Yeah.
I sling a leg over him, and I tell him, I tell him one final time. The tension. Take a deep breath. Get the tension out of your shoulders,
Alright.
and go the fuck to bed.
Okay. Good night.
Night.
You guys go to
Two
sleep.
homies
Two homies.
sharing a bed. It's a double.
During the night, at one point, you kind of blearily come back to somewhat awareness and notice you're a lot warmer than you were. Not uncomfortably warm, but, warmer than when you originally went to sleep. But you fade back into sleepfulness. And that's where we're under session 0.
Oh my god, I love this man. Oh my lord, I love him.
He keeps going southern. You do the southern accent, and I just start to mirror it. It's awful.
I know, I can change.
No, you're fine.
I think it's funny, Benny having a southern accent.
It's very good.